Hello. I'm not sure if I should call this episode as I live, because I'm not living actually. I'm a little disturbed. Thanks to internet, media, television, newspaper, Facebook, blogging, everything, and all shouting just one word: CWG 2010. And today I'm going to do the same because I've seen, heard enough. For just once I want to speak out and get this thing out of my system. Let us begin with one important question that is concerning everybody, which is that the image of India has been tarnished in the world. Excuse me, which image are we talking about? The smell of urine in the pan stains that shows the incorrect India? Come to the North Block, the prestigious North Block of Lutyens, Delhi, and you will see the same. Arnab Goswami says that this is not the India of 2010. Dude, you come out of your news studio, you'll see the road that have the same holes. I mean, which India are you talking about? Let me know that. The glass houses of the corporates, which the media is giving as an argument to present the case, or few urban townships, they represent a minority of India. The lakhs of villages where for incidentally 70% of people still reside, the condition is still the same as the CWG village. Let's not live in denial. I mean, this is India. Let's accept it first. This is who we are. And let's not be more hypocrite than we already are. I mean, why are we sad because our true image has been discovered by the entire world? Why do we need to have silky roads to please the tourists of CWG rather than for the convenience of Indians? Why do we not maintain cleanliness for the health and hygiene of Indians rather than for delight of the tourists? The bottom line is, why didn't we have any of this development happening at this pace before the CWG? Whose games are these anyway? Then which India are we talking about? Did we try to involve the huge landscape of India in this tamasha called CWG? Did Manmohan Singh or CP Joshi of Rural Ministry send the letter to every Gram Pradhan of say 2 lakh Gram Panchayats in India, telling them about this event, giving them posters so that they feel little involved? And why go to villages? We live in Delhi for so long, and my mom came here as a young bride 40 years back, and having elected different governments in the last 40 years, she asked sometime, I think the game is going to be played in Connaught Place. She doesn't feel connected with the games. I believe that in this entire episode, after the government and the OC, the people who have made most are media. I mean, they got the news, that's what they wanted. Few months back, a conclave was organized by Times of India, and Sheila Dikshit, Kalmadi and many others were invited, and the Jains of Times of India group were also present. Next morning, they were all smiling from the front page of the newspaper, and exactly a month later, this corruption was revealed by Times of India on the front page. Were they all sleeping? Did this happen just overnight? This tamasha has been going on for 7 years. Where were these Pranay Roys and Arnab Goswamis and others when for the first time the budget of CWG increased to the double? Now in the last 6 months they are working overtime to point out any lacunae of the game. Why didn't they alert the people in general 3 years back? With the network of media across the country, they could have done something to mobilize and united the people of entire country to do something really strong in the last 3 years at least. I alone could mobilize the women in 2 panchayats to ask for their rights to work, and I was impressed by their actions, by their spirit of fearlessness, and their penchant for action and not gossips. The few RTIs that were filed to reveal information about this, but not from any media person, but from few thoughtful people, and ordinary people of course. The media is worried that the CWG chief, someone from UK, he asked Prime Minister to meet him and Prime Minister declined. Why are you sad about that? I mean, Prime Minister is the head of this country. Any Tom, Dick and Harry comes and says, I want to meet Prime Minister, you think he will meet? I mean, I wrote to Atal Bihari Vajpayee when I was in class 10, I think. He didn't reply. Didn't media highlight that? And I'm an Indian. I want to speak to another Indian. And that dude, he wants to speak to Manmohan Singh. Can ICC President Sharad Pawar go and say, I want to meet Tony Blair? What is it? All the television crews and the media take their cameras. To every party there Harbhajan Singh or Yuvraj Singh is attending. But how many times do we get to know what Karnam Maleshwari or Anju Bobby George or the other boxers? See, even I don't know who are those boxers. How many times do we get to know what these people are doing when it's not Olympics or Commonwealth Games? Why do these people come to focus only during these games? Who is doing all this? Media, of course. I mean, Bollywood and cricket have reached this status. By whom? Media. And now they're talking about sports. Now they're talking about sportsmanship. Strange. Now let's talk about people like you and me who are busy making YouTube videos, posting messages and blogs. Why do you care if CWG fails or succeeds? I mean, corruption was there earlier too. MPs were eating money. Now just Kalmadi has joined hands and few others. Did you bother earlier? Why are you worried about the state of CWG village? You're not going to live in them? You're not going to buy the flats there? Does it affect you personally? Because if it did, you wouldn't have been here. We would be rallying to 7 Racecourse Road. We would have been doing something serious for a change. Now we are asking these questions on the internet to nobody or to all irrelevant people. Were we at any point pained enough to organize ourselves in hundreds and thousands, and instead of going to work, we go to the game's village site and gheraw the committee and ask these questions to them? Did we feel ever personally affected so that we could rally to the 7 Racecourse Road and ask the Prime Minister to dissolve that committee? Imagine if this had happened 3 years back, half lifetime of this project. What would have happened today? We're acting in last 6 months, and this was a 7-month project. When we buy a shoes of rupees 2000, and if it is not good, we go to the store and ask the store owner to fix it. But now we are using the oft-repeated phrase, our hard-earned money. We say we give the taxes of thousands, and that is being wasted. But all we are doing is discussing a fodder for head. Let me tell my Indian brothers who are all proud of the Indian capability or the auqat of India. India is composed of you and me, the normal people, and we do not have the balls to question Mayawati about the mahals which she is erecting of worth several crores. Then how can you say that India has the auqat to host CWG? How many games have we organized in the recent past of this level? We could not have this winter games in Uttarakhand last year, and you're thinking of organizing CWG? It's simple, man. You act when you personally feel affected. Kashmiris are coming onto the roads and pelting stones because they are feeling a personal loss. Gaura Devi felt a personal suffering when the trees were being cut and the movement of Chipko was started. Let's accept that India is in neck deep corruption and inefficiency. If you want to change it, movements have to begin. I mean, the right to information, the right to work, they didn't come overnight. People like Aruna Roy, Nikhil Dey, they had to fight crusades for bringing those changes. If we don't act, let me tell you one thing. Games will be over. You will continue to go to your school, college, work, and Kalmadis wouldn't be even touched for at least next 10 years. I mean, Ayodhya couldn't be solved in the last 50 years. Nothing will change. If you want things to change, act. There's no point in gossiping or posting or YouTubing. I'm also one of you. And by the way, Jai Hind.